Sunday morning near record cold. The record Sunday morning is 26, so I think we definitely challenge that here going into the...
It wasn't my jam.
Your jam. Welcome, everybody. It's Wednesday, April 6, 2016. Filling in for Michael today is none other than David Duchovny. Duchovny. You almost danced there for like a
I thought about it,
second.
but it wasn't quite my jam. I couldn't quite hear it, and I felt like, well, maybe you don't want to start with a bad move.
Oh, I don't think you could start with a bad move,
Well,
even if you try.
We'll see.
You're so far away. I feel like
Am I too far away?
I just want to.
That was nice.
Yeah, no, yeah, that fits, Duchovs. How are you? How have you
It's
been?
funny you call me the Cubs because we have this joke around my life, which is where I was shooting once in downtown L.A. and this guy fell in. He was actually pushing a cart. It was a homeless gentleman. He fell in next to me, and he goes, "Robert Duchovny." I love all your series.
Robert Duchovny.
That's what it is. So many people in my life, I'm Robert Duchovny.
I like that name.
Yeah.
Were you shooting Californication? Is that what you were shooting?
That was actually X-Files a long time ago.
X-Files, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you shooting right now? Like,
I'm not shooting anything.
You're not, but you're in the middle of something. Aren't
I just
you in
finished
the middle
Aquarius.
Of something?
I finished shooting Aquarius about a week ago.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know what you're in the middle of.
What am I in the middle
You're
of?
in the middle of jury duty. Aren't you in the middle of jury? No, he is. He's taking a break right now. Like, they gave you like a 5, right? You're on a 5 from jury duty?
They don't know that I'm here.
Okay.
But, so
we shouldn't bring that up.
So well played.
Sorry.
I think I will be arrested later on.
No, after the show.
But I am in jury duty, and I've been trying to act as famous as I can to try and get sent home.
Right.
But I can't do it. Even my sister got sent home for being related to Robert Duchovny. But the last time I was on jury duty was about 4 years ago. I think they do it every 4 years.
Yeah.
And I got selected into the pool that they do the jury from. And you're supposed to answer questions about whether or not you've been a victim of a crime and you know anybody in law enforcement related. And it got to me, and I said, well, I'm not related to anybody in law enforcement, but I did play an FBI agent on television for 9 years.
Right. And does that work?
And everybody laughs, except the judge, who apparently has never seen or heard of the X-Files, and she's looking around going, I don't understand why this is funny. And I thought, okay, I'm going to get arrested.
I'm Robert Duchovny.
I'm going to get arrested.
Oh my gosh, that's because I always heard that like famous people just immediately get off of jury duty.
Well, that's your hope. But
that's your hope.
So you've never served yourself?
No, I don't want
to. This is not a safe conversation.
No, I've been called to jury duty. As a matter of fact,
and then they're just like, go home.
I find that I get called to jury duty after every election. Like every time I vote, I get called to jury duty, and I think there must be some sort of like they forget about you, and then as soon as you fill out your note, as soon as you sign that book, they're like, oh, I forgot she was around. Let's get her back in. Because I find that there's a connection.
Right.
And you, like you said, you're like every 4 years you get called for jury duty, and I think there's something to it. But I'm usually dismissed. I mean, I'm almost always dismissed right away.
I try to act as strangely as I can.
I just say things like, he seems guilty to me.
Yeah. Is it guilty until proven innocent? That doesn't sound right to me.
No, that doesn't sound right.
I think, yeah.
But you've written another book since you've been here last, by the way. Congratulations on that.
Thanks. Thank you.
I'm fascinated because last time you were here, you talked to me about how you have something called, and I think it's from Yale, you have an ABD.
ABD, yeah.
Which is a degree I've never heard of.
Sounds like a physical condition.
Yeah, I had never heard of that, but it's all but dissertation.
Yeah, not a very well-made moniker, is it? It's like all the other, all your other degrees from schools are in Latin.
Right.
I have all but dissertation.
All but dissertation. So if you had your dissertation, would you be a Dr. Duchovny?
I could be. I mean, I don't think I could prescribe you anything, but I could try.
That would be amazing.
I know.
Who's your doctor? Dr. Robert Duchovny.
Yeah. But I don't think I'll be able to get back and do that. Although my mother would love that if I actually finally finished my dissertation.
Why don't you just finish? Just finish. English, for heaven's sake.
Oh, just write that 300-page book of criticism.
You've written 2 books. I mean, you could clearly.
I'll look into it. I'm looking for the doctorate that they give you, later on, when they just.
The honorary doctor?
I'm looking for the honorary doctor.
The honorary doctor.
Which I still think you can prescribe medication with.
That's funny. Yeah. Have you done plays here in New York?
I did one a few years ago.
Yeah, which play?
It's called Break of Noon by Neil LaBute.
It was, Neil LaBute, my gosh.
It's hard to say this morning. Neil LaBute. Yes.
But that's, you've never done a musical.
No, God, no. I don't have that kind of voice.
Well, you sang on our show and you were terrific.
Yeah, but I can't do it. I mean, just being honest, it wouldn't work.
Because I was thinking of you, Lin-Manuel, the great Lin-Manuel Miranda,
fantastic.
who is, of course, the creator of Hamilton and just such a genius. He's been sidelined by acute laryngitis, you guys, and I'm sure that theater and ticket holders everywhere for Hamilton are running into the streets screaming.
Yeah, well, I mean, he sings so hard and so long, so many times a week. I wouldn't know how to take care of that voice. He needs to figure that out.
Well, his understudy is this actor named Javier Munoz, who's also incredible, like an incredible performer. So, they're saying it's not stopping production. Let's put it that way.
Right.
But anyway, I thought, if you were up to the task. Have you seen Hamilton yet?
I might be the only person that could actually sink Hamilton. I could take it from the juggernaut that it is right down into the toilet. Down?
But they're saying that singing helps your immune system. I don't know if you know this. I know that when I sing, most people become violently ill. But they're saying that singing helps the body fight cancer by boosting the. You do?
Believe it. Oh, sure.
Why do you think that? Because you are a singer, so.
I think it's the same as when they say laughter is good medicine. It's anything that feeds your soul or makes you happy, I think, is good. I'm speaking as a doctor.
As a doctor, Duchovny.
I feel like laughter and singing and all those things are good for your heart and good for your body.
I guess that's true. That's what they're saying. They're saying it improves mood, and so it helps the body battle serious illness. I still say that if you were forced to listen to an album of me singing, you would come down with something.
Okay, well, you say that, but here's the truth is I have no natural voice at all and was always told my entire life to shut up and to lip sync. I was lip sync battling before it was popular.
Yeah.
And I studied with a guy named here in New York called Don Lawrence, who's just anybody can learn to carry a tune. You could do it. Well, and if you're interested, I'll get you the information.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story here. Hi. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, so I'm such a bad singer and this show is mean. Like, you guys are mean. You're mean, but with love. Like, we love to make fun of each other, and we love to, point out our own, our shortcomings, especially on a grand and
That's
public
when you
scale.
say this is like a family.
It's like a family. It's like a dysfunctional family on Thanksgiving, passing hard feelings and blame. So they put a mic up to me while we did this thing. We were singing. No, we were singing a performance from, I can't remember if it was West Side Story. We were doing something with the actual cast of West Side Story here on the show. And they put a microphone up to me, and I guess they recorded me singing with the cast. And they were going to play it the next day.
Just isolated.
But it was so bad that these monsters felt bad for me, and they were too embarrassed for me to play it out loud to the audience.
You can learn. You can learn.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you. No, I believe you could learn.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. I think you.
Doctor's orders.
Doctor's orders. Okay. No. Well, get me that prescription pad that you.
I will. It'll be a musical note.
Yeah. How do you stay fit? What do you do?
I do a bunch of things.
Like what?
All different.
Like what? Give me one.
Well, I box, and I do Pilates, and what else do I do? I lift some weights. Occasionally, I'll lift a table, things like this.
You box and you do Pilates?
At the same time.
That's incredible.
Which is why I'm rarely invited back to do Pilates again. There's something about it I don't understand. I'm not getting.
Do you do rowing machine stuff?
I have done rowing. I think I've done every piece of exercise equipment. I think the rowing machine is good. I think rowing is good.
I was doing rowing machine over vacation, and they're saying that the rowing machine, and rowing machine classes, I don't know if anybody, is anybody here from New York City? Anybody?
Well, then you grew up rowing.
So, And you'll notice in the city proper, there are rowing machine studios popping up all over the place.
What do they call it? Rowing.
I don't know. But they're saying that it's a direct, they're making a direct correlation between Kevin Spacey's character in House of Cards and rowing machine exercise houses.
I don't understand that at all.
Well, his character is constantly on the rowing machine.
Yeah.
I didn't know the president had so much time on his hands to row constantly.
Yeah.
But they're saying that because of his character on the rowing machine, this is like sparking an interest in rowing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, sure. It's tough on the butt sometimes, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't sit there long enough.
Okay.
I mean, where are you rowing to? How many hours?
Again, as evidenced by the fact that I box and Pilates at the same time, I'm probably doing it wrong. I'm probably doing the rowing machine wrong.
I don't know. I mean, if you take a class, do they correct your posture?
I don't know. I've never taken one of those classes.
Well, let's take one.
Okay.
I'll take one with you.
All right, let's do it.
I will. I seriously.
I'll do it.
You don't know what you're in for.
I don't.
You don't.
I don't think I'll keep up with you.
When I take an exercise class, I put my whole heart and soul.
You do?
Oh yeah, I put my heart and soul into it. Like
I sweat like a gross.
Me too. I'm disgusting.
I'm gonna. It's like it's gonna be horrible to be near me.
Let me tell you something. I once worked out in a private.
I'm trying
ballet.
to get her to not want to do this.
No. You don't understand. I once worked out in a private ballet studio. We rented studio space with a trainer, and we were doing our workout, and then a real ballerina and her coach came in to train after us, and the woman came in and started berating me, and she said, "What kind of animal sweats like this?" I was like, "The kind from New Jersey?"
You should be proud of that.
I was proud of it.
You should be proud.
I was like, well, look, now you don't have to warm up.
Yeah.
You're already warm. See?
All right, maybe I don't want to work out with you.
We'd be fun, though. We look like we could... we were in a swimming class.
Yes,
People say, what swimming class did Robert Duchovny and Kelly Ripka take? So when I found this article, and I've seen several articles like this in the paper, and these stories always, I don't know if they touch my heart because I eloped, so I didn't have a big wedding, or I don't know what it is about these stories, but so this grandfather has now walked 3 generations of women down the aisle wearing the same dress. So this is his wife.
He's worn the same dress?
No, his wife wore this dress on May 9th, 1953. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, she looks gorgeous, right? So then, his daughter wore the same dress on April 23rd, 1983. And now, finally, his granddaughter, March 12th, 2016, wore the same dress. She took the sleeves off. Took the sleeves off. Isn't that sweet? I don't know. I find myself like much more emotional now than I used to be. Are you the same way?
Oh yeah.
Is it low T? Do you think? Do we have low T?
Yeah, probably. But I am a doctor.
You'll fix it.
I think when you have kids, it just makes everybody a little sappier.
I know you start thinking about like. Do you think about Wes sweating?
Not until you mention it.
All right. I mean, she's still in high school. I'm just saying, it goes so fast. It really goes fast.
It does. It does. And you eloped. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I eloped. Yeah.
What was the reason for that? Why?
No, we just, I think we worked together on a TV show, and our characters had gotten married to each other 3 times. And at that point, I was like, I'm done marrying you in a public setting. I really was. It was just sort of like an easy.
And none of those were legal. Those 3 weren't legal.
The first 2 apparently didn't. I mean, on the soap opera, the first 2 didn't take. Yeah, he had had a secret wife, and then it's a long story. I had killed my mother. It's a long story. Why do you bring these things up in this way? But yeah, so we just eloped because it was easy.
Right.
Right. Who knew?
That's nice, though.
Yeah, sometimes
Then it's just for you, which
yeah,
is
it's just
nice.
for us, yeah.
And you can do another ceremony at some point if you'd like.
People
you
always
can
say that, but no, we don't feel the need to reaffirm. I feel like it stuck the first time. I did. I feel like it took, and we're good.
You affirmed it.
Yeah. It's funny, too, because our 20th anniversary is coming up, and everybody's like, oh, are you going to do a big 20th renewal? And I was like, no. We're going to treat this 20th like we treat all the other ones.
Right.
Like we treated the first one. Like it barely happened.
Well, it's working.
Yeah, it was working for us. Hey, listen, we have a huge show today.
Yes,
you
we
ready?
do.
Oh, my God. One of my favorite people is here today, and I'm so glad because usually when I'm on vacation, she's here, so I never get to see her.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy is here. Every time she's here, I'm not here.
Yeah. And John Favreau is also here.
Have you worked together?
I did his dinner for 5 show.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and now it's time for dance. Oh, happy dance. I know I never say this. This is not my line. Time for happy dance travel trivia.
You can dance, though.
Oh,
You may not be able to sing, but you can dance.
Yeah, I can dance. That's what God gave me. All those curves on that little body there. Hey, that was our trivia dancer is Kyle Gahn from Berkeley, California. Hi, Kyle. Looking good, Kyle. Kyle looks like he really didn't want to be the trivia dancer, but that it was a dare. Like, were you dared to be the trivia dancer?
I dared myself.
All
Yeah.
Good one. Kyle, that was a good comeback from Kyle.
I swear, you are adorable. My gosh. Hey, on the phone today is Christine Mack from Lexington, Michigan.
What? What are we doing?
Okay,
Yeah.
come up, there you go.
You know what? You could actually press end call, and it's still not going to affect the call, because that's not a real phone.
I know you're not supposed to text and walk, especially if you have a phone that's this big.
Hey, Christine, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, David.
Hey, good
you were going to
morning.
hang up on me?
No,
don't worry. Don't worry.
only by mistake, and it didn't happen. We're good.
Good.
How's everything in Lexington, Michigan?
Everything's great. Well, it's cold today. It's cold. We got a little bit of dusting of snow last night.
Oh, well, here spring has, well, not sprung.
No, it's not springing here either.
What do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm a freelance photographer, and I design beach glass jewelry.
Beach glass jewelry?
Is beach glass like
Yeah.
sea glass, the glass that's no longer sharp? Are you talking about like that kind of glass?
Yes, that you find on the beach.
Oh, I used to collect that as a kid. I love that stuff.
Oh, yes. You're right. So now I bring it home and I wire wrap it and I make necklaces and earrings out of it.
What's the rarest color that you find?
Red.
Oh, I haven't found a red. My granddaughter found an orange piece, and I'm really jealous. Blue, cobalt blue, that's
Cobalt
very
blue.
rare.
Yeah.
Highly coveted.
Yeah.
The cobalt blue.
You know, it's interesting. My husband and his family, they grew up in Italy, and blue was very common there, and green is not so common there. So it's like the opposite of what we have here.
Right.
Yeah.
I find lots of green.
Yeah, we need to go to Italy, Christine.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Let's do that. That's one of my goals. I'm Italian, so yes, my family, we want to go to Italy, yes.
Well, that's not on the trivia wheel, so calm down.
Well, can we change it?
Yeah, we're going to spin the wheel and see what you are playing for, okay? Well, listen. Now listen to this. Christine, It's not Italy, but you are
But
close
it's kind
to
of
my
an-
mother-in-law.
Yes.
Okay, who is Italian.
And it's the name of the hotel seems somewhat Italian.
Yeah.
The Hotel Zamora,
Yeah.
St. Petersburg, is that?
Yeah,
Beach,
St. Pete Beach, Florida.
7
Yeah.
days, 6 nights in a Waterview Corner suite.
Yeah, how about that?
Should we continue
Yeah,
on?
yes, a $700 food and beverage credit.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of food. A lot of food and beverage.
How about this? A full-day kayak excursion for two?
Yeah,
Can't wait.
you got to work off that $700 worth of food and beverage.
I'll do it.
This trip is provided in part by Hotels.com. The other part is provided by David Duchovny himself.
It was a little suspect.
We didn't want to tell the host before they got here.
Bad news is I left my wallet in the green room.
It's a prize right at $6,000. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Christine, good luck.
Thank you. Make it easy.
Okay, make it easy. Here, you read the question.
Right.
This is your job.
Okay, on yesterday's show, Anderson Cooper and Kelly talked with actor Ben Falcone. On what program did Ben say he had his first acting job on camera?
His first job, because he did the commercial. So his first job was Weird Al Yankovic.
Wow.
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Hotel Zamora in St. Pete Beach, Florida. First new hotel to grace St. Pete Beach in 20 years. The Hotel Zamora offers contemporary luxury, delectable cuisine, and vibrant amenities influenced by the Zamora region in Spain. Enjoy access to the Gulf of Mexico's immaculate white sand beach, a freshwater pool, fitness center, an award-winning restaurant with rooftop lounge and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $6,000.
I'm less excited when I found out that I'm paying for some of it, but I am happy for you.
Congratulations, Christine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Kelly. We're still going to Italy, though, right?
Yo, definitely. Definitely. Just charge it to Gelman. Sign his name on the dotted line.
Thanks.
Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive an A-place setting of American-made fine china from Lenox valued at more than $500. So please pick a number between 1 and 193.
My granddaughter, Avery Falter, is 13. The number 13.
13. 13. All right, congratulations, Christine. They're wearing a blanket.
Is it inappropriate to ask how much of that I'm on the hook for?
Well, let's say 50-50.
Yeah,
Okay.
$250
All right,
worth.
I got to keep track here.
Hey, listen, stick around. Coming up, we got Melissa McCarthy.
Still ahead on Live from the new film The Jungle Book, Jon Favreau. And coming up next, Melissa McCarthy.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my God! Hi, I'm so excited.
You two have never met
No,
before.
never met.
Oh my God.
No, he's always had a restraining order against me. Not today, my
I'm
friend.
such a huge fan of yours. I am.
Likewise. Oh my
I
gosh.
pictured the two of you in a movie together.
Me too.
Let's make it happen.
Me
Make it
too.
happen. You guys both write
I
your
pull
own
something
films.
out and like,
Right. Yeah.
Do you mind if we just watch you read this? Is that cool?
That'd be
I'll
amazing.
audition right here.
Now, Ben was here yesterday.
I know, and you found, I have to say, you found footage of his first job that I don't think I'd ever saw before. Where
Right.
he's, oh my
There he
God,
is.
that's it.
There he is. There he is.
Oh, wow.
He says that that's a job. You got him. You got him that job.
I was the production, I can't remember, I was either the production manager or production coordinator on the Weird Al Yankovic show. And I remember calling him and being like, I don't want to sound showy, but I can get you on the tube. I can get you on the tube. All you need to do is come in and stick your head through grass. He was like, and yeah, I think he and another one of my friends did it, but I was like, I don't know if I ever saw the end result. So seeing that yesterday, I was
Well,
like,
listen,
oh my God.
we are
How
like
proud were you?
CIA
So
operatives
proud.
here. Yeah, we were determined to find that clip because he's like, you'll never find it.
I kind
And
of
was
want to
like,
get I want a picture of that and
It's
frame
pretty
it.
good.
Done.
And just put it somewhere where Ben will see
Done
it all the
and
time.
done.
In the bathroom, I think.
Oh.
So you guys
They really do that.
met at the Groundlings in
We did.
1998. I want to ask you a question. Who's funnier,
Oh, Ben.
Okay, because he says you're funnier.
He's just nicer, so he'll say that. He's funnier.
Right.
He's super smart and funny and a lot stranger. There's
saying something.
I mean, we're both pretty odd, so that's he really he wins the trophy. No, he's just he's a really funny guy.
You've been working together for all these years. Does it ever feel like too much togetherness?
No. I mean, it's kind of, I think it's like the big, I like him. No, it's how, it's how we met. It's why we became such good friends, and it's just always seemed really easy. Like there's a writing weird bits, or even when it's like, this isn't working, there's never any tension. It's like, okay, something's odd, how do we fix it? And if I don't like A and he doesn't like B, we're like, oh, like, let's go to C. Like, we've bombed so many times together on stage that there's no more pride left in either. We're just empty shells. So it's kind of good because it's not like, well, I wrote that line, it has to be in.
So if A doesn't work and B doesn't work, then do you turn to the girls? Like, do your daughters become like, girls, what you got?
They don't.
Mom
they
and
don't
Dad need a pump-up joke.
They will pitch jokes. They find nothing we do particularly funny. Like, I'll come home if I've been at work all day, and literally if they're, if they watch usually like one little show a night, can't get them to even look at me, and I will like dance in front of them and run the TV. Like, I'm like, I'm killing it for you here. So like, this is what I do professionally. They're like, we'd love you to just move.
Get out of the way.
It's like, it's a funny bit, and then I like go back in and try something else. Ben's like, now you're desperate.
I get a lot of, oh, Dad, stop. Stop. Just stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Just stop.
Oh, no. That's what I've gotten the first few, like,
the eye rolls.
Like, oh,
you guys,
this one.
You guys, just wait, both of you, just wait. I'm bracing you.
Boy, I'm gonna be heartbroken the first time they're like, can you just stop the car here?
Yeah.
Like, when I get the first, like, can you let me out here?
Right.
Because I don't want anyone to see me getting, like, when that happens, I'm going to be like, I won't be cool about it. I won't be like, I'm going to give you your space. I'm just going to cry and then start beating that horn.
You put on the Cats in the Cradle.
No, what you have to do is you have to, like, burst into the classroom and just start breakdancing. I mean, like, it's like, I'm so sorry.
For sure.
Listen, we have to take a commercial break. We're going to find out about your latest celebrity crush when we return. Stick around. More with Melissa McCarthy.
Still ahead on live, director of the new film The Jungle Book, Jon Favreau.
Right.
And so I
Is
was
he on a dolly when you meet him?
in my mind.
In your mind.
I'm always like,
is it? And do you hear the Game of Thrones music? Like,
no, but did we sing it a lot? Which by the 55th time, he was like, yeah, I know the song. I know. And Kristen Bell.
We don't want to hear you sing it.
But I was more upset. I mean, because he's just super cool. He's a really extremely funny guy.
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of a little undone by him. Kristen Bell is truly, it's too much. It's too much, her questioning of Game of Thrones, her weird knowledge of backstories, and like knowing blogs. She's like, well, so-and-so said on April 17th that Tyrion, and you're like,
Dragon Slayer 151.
She was asking him stuff, and he's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about anymore. I've never gone that deep on
into the script. Right.
But everybody, every department was just a little undone by Pete. And then the day he left, everybody was really mad at Ben and I.
Oh, no.
Yeah, which he was going to do another film.
Right.
And yet everybody
But you got blamed.
We got blamed, and I had to keep saying, like, we're not firing Pete. Like, if you want to be mad at somebody, Pete's leaving us.
Right.
So if really,
but nobody could be mad at Pete.
Get mad at Dinklage, not me. And they were just like, not gonna
you started calling him Dinklage when you wanted to break it off.
When I wanted people to turn their anger away from me, I was like, it's Dinklage's fault. It didn't work at all. Yeah. They just moped the rest of the day, and they're like, well, he's gone. We may as well just stop the movie. I'm like, so in front of the whole other cast, I'm like, we're all right here. We can hear you.
Hey, how do you feel? I mean, I feel very sad about this. I'm not sure, I guess I should be grateful for 6 seasons, but Mike and Molly is coming to an end. How do you feel about it? Did I just break the news to the audience? No.
I was pretty heartbroken. We finished shooting a couple months ago, and it was just, oh, yay! I just saw the whole group.
Yeah.
I wasn't clapping for myself. That was a lot weirder than I meant it to be.
Yeah.
My photo! I was shocked when we found out, like really surprised. It was something about that group of people from day one. We just kind of literally morphed into one unit. We watched our kids grow up. And the last 3 shows, like, it was just a sea of tears.
Yeah.
Like, if one would go, we would all go. And at one point, somebody's like, you guys are just coming in the kitchen to get coffee. You can't both be weeping. Like, and somebody would go, and it's like, milk? And we would just be crying. So he was like, okay, real creepy in front of an audience.
Stay tuned for the saddest comedy on television.
I thought this was a sitcom.
It really was. We were so we had to be like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the show and cry later.
I mean, you'll always be close. I mean, that's the thing about.
We're texting each other constantly.
Yeah.
Probably too much. Billy probably wants me to stop texting him. I'm not going to. I'm not going to, Billy.
I love him, by the way.
He's spectacular.
He is really special.
He's a spectacular. He's a gentleman and a great dad and just a really funny, smart guy. And he's like the brother I never had. Like, I just immediately had we just immediately
And you guys
clicked.
to be able to bring the reality to the sitcom world as well, to be able to reach for the jokes and get the jokes, but also to be as real as you guys was.
Thanks. Well, that's our writers.
Yeah. Listen, we have to take another commercial break, but you're going to stick around, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going to hear about a huge gift Melissa gave her husband when we return. You know what? It is, I'm just going to say it, it is the Jack in the Box. I knew it was coming and I still jumped.
I like a little bit of violence in my comedy, I have to say. I always like something jarring.
That's too good.
So that's The Boss, where you played Michelle Darnell. You just got out of prison. Like,
I did. I had a little white collar, insider trading.
Right.
Thought I'd get it all back, and did not, and find myself literally having nowhere to go. And so I go back to my old assistant, Kristen Bell, and just kind of show up with my bags, and she has to take me in kind of as a pity move, and then I don't really leave. But it's pretty great. We start this brownie company, and we kind of figure out that, like, the Girl Scouts kind of have free child labor. And my character thinks that's pretty cool. Which once we started looking into that, we're like, wait a minute.
Hang on a second.
Could this work for us in life, too?
I have a present for you, but before we give you your present, I just want to mention I love this dress so much.
Oh, thank
and you
you.
told me this is one of your dresses.
It is.
It's so beautiful.
I love prints, and the print makes me happy. And yeah, it's from, I think this is from summer. So
You're so talented. You're really super talented. And you mentioned wanting something. And
oh my God!
We aim to please around here.
Wait, that was like a magic trick.
Yeah, magic trick. Magic trick. That's.
Ben won't find this creepy at all.
If I'm not
getting one.
This could be getting one. This, I believe, is a frame from my dressing room. They just ripped my children out of the picture, but that's fine. That's fine.
Not only do I think you should put that above your toilet, I would like that above my toilet.
Yeah,
I'm going to make that. Oh, it's like he's bleeding.
He's bleeding.
Like he's what?
He's bleeding.
Why is he bleeding?
I don't know.
Oh, it took on force to get through the wall.
It's in theaters this Friday. Make sure you check out Melissa McCarthy and The Boss, everybody.
Tomorrow on Live from the new series Rogue, Ashley Greene.
Next live, Naomi Watts from Demolition.
Doc.
Plus, Ashley Greene and Mark Consuelos, TV's Lady Killer.
That didn't upset you?
No, I'm so happy that he can still.
I can still what?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So I understand that you recently went on a trip to Australia.
I did. I just got back.
How was it?
I love it down there.
So nice. You bring the family?
I did bring them this time, and I showed up early this time. Last time I was there for Iron Man, promoting Iron Man. And thank you. And I tried to send things home from everywhere I went because Daddy was going to be away for a long time. The kids were little.
Right.
And I figure you're in Australia. What do? You buy Uggs, right? That's what you get in Australia.
Right.
So I found a place. They were really cheap there, too. Like a tenth of the price that they are here. I got everybody's sizes. I got every color everybody likes. Shipped them all back. And I got home, and they were like, these aren't Uggs. These are Uggs spelled U-G-H-S. So I got knockoffs.
They're like, ugh.
So we went back, and they got them. Funny enough, they're not a lot cheaper there, it turns out, when you buy the real ones.
And by the way, you can get them at the Ugg store across the street here.
Yes, I know.
Just FYI.
And they told me that, well, it's an American company now. So anyway, but I try to be a good dad.
Well, we used to go down to Canal Street and get a Folex.
That's right.
Things like that.
That's
right.
Yeah.
It's all great names like that. Yeah.
I heard that after you did the movie Chef, that you actually put a real industrial chef's kitchen in your house.
Yes, I did, because I had to learn how to cook. I was very lucky. I worked with Roy Choi, Wolfgang Puck, David Chang. Great chefs were very helpful in teaching me. And I learned a lot about the chef culture, and I learned how to cook because I had to do it on camera. And when you direct, you like to learn about what you're doing as well. And I fell in love with it, and it's been great. And you remember we did the Dinner for Five show, and that's the experience I love the most about what we do is people who are in town from all different places. You might know each other, you might just know each other's work. You sit down, you talk. It's the best experience. And now what I like to do is have people over. We cook together. And we have a big kitchen. It looks like a restaurant kitchen. It's not, if you don't like to cook, you're not going to like the kitchen. It's all stainless steel, it's tile, it's all open shelves.
Stainless steel with children? I mean, how do you get their fingerprints off?
They don't go anywhere near the kitchen.
I was going to say, you don't let them.
Unless they're cooking.
Listen, we have to take a commercial break, and we want to talk about the Jungle Book, which looks so incredible. When we come back, more with John Favreau. Stick around. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, those are CGI animals.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable what can be done now. I remember I saw Life of Pi. I was like, this is getting pretty good. And then Planet of the Apes. I worked with a lot of people who worked on Avatar. If you do it right, if you plan it properly, if you have the proper amount of time, and Disney understands through their animated films what it takes. We worked like 3 years on this. Every time we would see a new crop of visual effects come in, it was like opening Christmas presents. And to put the whole thing together was remarkable. It's the only live action thing in the whole movie is the one boy, Neil Seddy, who plays Mowgli. The sets weren't much bigger than this, and everything else was constructed, designed in computers. Amazing. It's really remarkable what can be done now.
You know, it's funny. We went to see Star Wars, and we were in the movie theater. They showed a trailer for Jungle Book, and you could hear the entire theater go, "Oh, I want to go see that."
That's
an entire theater of people going, "Oh, I can't wait for that to come out."
That's not always the reaction my trailers get, so I definitely appreciate it.
And I heard you both talking during the commercial break. We would be remiss to not mention the incredible Gary Shandling, who does a voice.
He does a voice in this. It's a small part. He plays a porcupine, and he's hilarious. And I told you have to picture even doing a porcupine with Gary. Nothing was a quick conversation.
Right.
So it's like, so let me think. So is he what the porcupine, does that inform his character? And he, after we did it's a few scenes. He's hilarious, never not hilarious. He wants to. I get a call about a month or two ago. He says, I want to redo it. I got some new ideas. He was that kind of guy. I was like, it's perfect. The CG's all done. He says, I'll come and I'll loop it to match the mouth movement. But he's the type of guy that was always so generous and gracious. Come on and do it. I'll be damned. He killed it, and he made it better. And I got to show him some stuff.
Listen, go see The Jungle Book. It's in theaters on April 15th in IMAX. Thank you so much.
I will return in a moment.